A very, very good morning to you. Happy Monday. It's 9 a.m. in Chicago. It's 3 p.m. in the United Kingdom. And I'm missing my buddy this morning. Actually, Darren's on a vacation this week. He's taking a break, but I know he's watching because he likes to keep track on all the good content that we've got going on. And he'll be back next week. And so will I. So there's good, but there'll be no two Ronnies at the end this week, unfortunately. So, listen, it's at the start of another week, and if you're as excited about it as I am, then with everything that's going on in the world, we just want to crack on, don't we? We just want to do some good and help people along the way. If you saw my show on Friday, My Kind of People, you'll have seen a amazing guest, Dena Hirshberg, who is the president of HHP Lift, a non-for-profit and social enterprise. And we were so blown away with what HHP Lift do that we've actually asked Dena to join us today on Across the Pond. So with no delay, welcome back.
Nice to be back. Hi there.
Thank you. Good to have you. So, listen, Friday was so interesting that we thought we'd invite you back just from a business perspective as well to talk about HHP Lift. Just so you know, the all of the stuff that we did through LinkedIn, and I literally just looked at that this morning, is getting close to nearly 1,000 views. Wow. Of what we did, which is fabulous. So hopefully that's going to help you with the event that we're going to talk about in a little while. So thanks for taking the time again this morning. Really, really great to have you back. So let's talk about how HHP Lift has kind of adapted in this kind of COVID environment and how things have kind of transformed for you in recent months.
Well, when COVID first started, of course, it just upended everybody, and we had no idea how we were going to be able to continue because we didn't know what state and local statutes were going to be in place. And when we realized that we were going to be considered an essential business because we produce and manufacture soaps and hand sanitizer, in addition to being a charity, we were elated because that meant we could still keep jobs for people and we could still continue working. So that was really a lifeline, and really the production of soaps and hand sanitizers was a huge pivot, even though that was something that we had already done. Sanitizers were new, but one of our program associates, who really is now our program manager, actually came up with this amazing campaign, Be a Hero campaign, which allowed us to not only increase our sales of soap exponentially, but through that allowed us to donate soaps to frontline workers, hospital workers, nurses at nursing homes, from Chicago to Boston to St. Louis to Houston. So it was really wonderful. I wouldn't wish COVID and the effects and the business repercussions on anyone, but I am so fortunate that my team is incredibly flexible and agile and was able to adapt to that situation. Additionally, we also moved to make masks. One of our social enterprise partners in Cambodia, who, by the way, has presence in the UK, Smateria, they're a wonderful brand. They make beautiful things. They took the fabric that was used in the lining of their bags to make masks, and that really propelled a whole different funnel for us as well, from a professional sense, to professionals, also to consumers, and we were very, very fortunate there as well.
That's fabulous. Now you have this amazing program called the 111 program that we spoke about on Friday. And I was really taken in by that and how much good that brings to people. Just tell our audience today about that 111 program.
Sure. So the 111 program is it's the programmatic part of our HHP Lift social enterprise nonprofit, which, by the way, and I was most remiss in not mentioning it, was founded by Michael Arcus in 2007, an amazing philanthropist, but also a brilliant business mind. So this is all the brainchild of Michael Arcus. And the 111 program, the name 111 comes from the fact that at 111 degrees, the ingredients that we use to make candles melt and transform into a product. And so while that's a transformation of a product, we're looking to make transformations in people's lives and allow them to make transformations in their life. And it's really a wonderful, unique and customized program. We work with people from underutilized, under-resourced, disinvested, and overlooked communities. Each one of those is a little different, and really work to bring out the potential in each person. I think I mentioned on Friday that we are so fortunate to hire, and this is in our own backyard in Chicago, and if you're reading the news, you know some of the difficulties that are going on today, literally today. Working with people, some of the people over the course of the life of our program who've been involved in the justice system, who've experienced intermittent homelessness, victims of domestic violence, young single moms, people with physical challenges, intellectual and developmental challenges. We have this wonderful, glorious Elvin's word mix of people who are amazing and talented, who at the beginning may not have realized how amazing and talented they were. This is a program that takes people from focusing on accountability to self, building up those things and qualities you need to have accountability to self, to leadership and management, which makes you then accountable to team. And then ultimately, and this is what makes us different as an employer, we put people on a customized career path. So whether people choose to rise into a leadership role here at HHP Lift or move beyond, like some of our associates, one woman now is the business director of a major company in Chicago and started here. They will have a viable, portable career in the marketplace. So people who stay here, that's a success. People who move on, that's a success. And we're all very excited about that. And we have programs that include mentorship and education, the ability to take online courses, networking, attending conferences. A big thing revolves around health and physical and mental health. So we have food in our community lunches in coordination with a social enterprise partner here in Englewood, and yoga. And so it's wide and it's holistic and it's lovely. It's a lovely place to be. It really is lovely to be here.
Fabulous, fabulous. What in the modern environment, even taking COVID into account, what's the kind of challenges that non-for-profits and social enterprises face? Is it just funding, or what are the challenges that the business sees on a kind of day-to-day basis?
So we're lucky and fortunate that while we do rely on donations as a funding source, we also have earned income through sales. And in years or months or weeks past prior to COVID, our sales team were just running with it because other businesses were fully forming and in business. But with COVID on our retail side, a lot of retail stores, unfortunately, have closed down or been placed on pause. And businesses that we work with, they too have sent their employees home. So a lot of the different channels of distribution that we engage in have shut down a bit because of COVID. And so because we were able to pivot with soaps and masks and find demand and create products for which there would be demand, that's really saved us tremendously. Now, we still need donations, and we still can't wait for life to get back to normal as best as possible so that everybody in the workshop is constantly busy making things for us and the sales team to sell.
Sure. Have you done much online in terms of pivoting the business? Have you opened up different kind of online channels with your partners and even as the business itself? How's that gone?
So we've always had an online presence at hhplift.com. However, a year ago, we improved tremendously our online presence to a Shopify-enabled site. So our online sales are far more robust. Certainly, people are home; they're shopping more, so we're seeing that as well. But hhplift.com, you can see some of the variety of things that we do, not just the things that we make here, but a lot of the products that our social enterprise partners make globally.
Absolutely. I know it's a wide range from, handbags to soaps and all kinds of other products. Now, you have a very special event coming up on the 26th of August, 7 p.m.
Central, 7 p.m. Central.
7 p.m. Central, correct.
August 26th, yes. So for the first time, we, as many other nonprofits, are moving their in-person, annual fundraiser to a virtual event online. We are a little bit petrified because that's not what we do. We're not Mickey Rooney and Judy Garland putting on a show, but we are very excited to do so. First of all, it's going to be hosted by an award-winning improviser, Namdi Enwe, who's part of the award-winning group Three-Peat, who you might see on Comedy Central, their videos. Also, they'll be in a movie coming out shortly called The Blackening. But if you go to hhplift.com, at the top it says tickets. I think it's on the upper right-hand side. Click on that. Tickets are only $25. What's wonderful this year is that our event's not limited to a room. It's available to anyone across the pond, worldwide, from sea to shining sea. So we're really excited to expand and open up. You'll hear wonderful, heartfelt stories from a couple of our people who've come through our program. You'll hear from our partner organizations like CARA and Ready Chicago, and there'll be fun to be had too. So we're excited.
And there's sponsorship opportunities as well for that. I think you were saying on Friday. So if you click on that link, the whole package is there, but it's $25 a ticket. Come along and as many people as you can fit on a screen, I guess, or more.
We are able to fit all of humanity in that virtual fundraiser. And you're right. If you scroll down, if you click on tickets and scroll down, you'll sponsorship opportunities start low at $500, but then we also have a bunch of fund and needs, very specific programs that you can fund and be a part of too. So it's that's fabulous.
And while we've got the opportunity, is there anything else that you need for that fundraiser, Dena? Are you looking for people to donate auction items or things like that? Is that something that you're doing in the event?
Not this year, for a variety of reasons. In-kind donations were very scarce and hard to find. Certainly, travel and restaurants. So it's cash donations would be lovely. That's my plea. The other and corporate sponsorships as well. Corporate sponsorships would be lovely. Volunteer opportunities are aplenty. So in terms of expertise and equipment, tech equipment, so that's an opportunity there too. And there's an opportunity to where you can learn more about that on the website as well.
Superb. Listen, I know you've got a lot happening in the coming weeks. So and thank you for coming on My Kind of People on Friday and joining us today on Across the Pond. Dena Hirshberg, the president of HHP Lift. She's got one more thing. Go on. Yes.
We have someone from England who works here. This is Ben.
Hello, hi there.
Hello, there you go. You see, look, so Darren couldn't be with us because he's on holiday this week on vacation. So it's good. So you're representing Across the Pond from the United Kingdom for us.
Absolutely.
You're here in Chicago as well.
Definitely, I'm right here.
Fabulous. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks for joining us, Dena. Thanks a lot, guys. Good seeing you. Thank you very much. Cheerio. So listen, it's a fabulous organization, hhplift.com. I'd really encourage you to try and help them as much as you can. Go and see their event, as Dena was saying, top right-hand corner of their website. You can click and find a ticket. And there's some sponsorship opportunities, and it sounds like it's going to be an incredible event. So help us support these guys if you would be so kind. So as I said, my old mucker Darren's away, so you're stuck with me for the rest of the show. But there's a couple of things I just wanted to talk about this week. And as you know, if you've been following us, we do hints and tips each week. And this week I wanted to just focus on the real challenges that I'm seeing in business with the anxiousness and apprehension that people have because they don't know what's actually going to happen tomorrow or what's going to happen next week or next month. And events took a turn for the worst here in Chicago last night, and we there are all kinds of things going on that I think are transmitting into the whole world. So from my perspective, I'd like you all to consider something about trusting people and about taking a leap of faith with people. I know that at times, particularly like this, we can all feel that we need to we need to be very protective about our small little space and our worlds, and rightly so, taking care of our families and our friends. But I think also that we need to be wary of this degree of aggressiveness that I'm seeing in business. People wanting to get things done very, very quickly at the risk of maybe not doing them properly, and also the fact that people just want to. I don't want to say not tell the truth, but will say anything to get the deal done. A very wise person said to me a long time ago that when you do a deal, you want it to be a marriage made in heaven, not a divorce waiting to happen. And I'm sure you've all heard the phrases, over-promise and under-deliver. But what I'm experiencing and what I'm seeing is a lot of people over-promising and under-delivering all the time. And so it's a worry, I think, in business, particularly when you're trying to build relationships, particularly when you're trying to maybe fight for the survival of your business as well. So I want you to think about that. Think about that whole trust thing. People buy from people that they like. People just don't, if you're talking about doing a $40 deal or a $4 million deal or a $40 billion deal, a lot of it comes down to personalities. A lot of it comes down to trust. Obviously, it comes down to the product and the service and the uniqueness of that. But far more of it, I think, is relevant today with the actual personalities of people, about buying from people you like, people that you trust, people that are genuine and authentic. And I think that there's a lack of that. Now, I want to be proved wrong, and please comment on LinkedIn, comment on Twitter, comment on Instagram with your stories of that genuineness and authenticity, please, because I'd love to read them, and I really want to share them with people as well. So I'd like you to think about that this week if you possibly could. The other thing that I want to do is just put a shout out for all of you people that would like to come on across the pond as well. We have a guest every week, and we've had a couple of guests on at once as well. So we've always got time for great people with great stories. If there's a business that you want to talk about, if there's an across the pond element to what you're doing, maybe you're in the UK and you're transacting business in the US, or you're in the US and you're transacting business in the UK, or globally for that matter, we'd love to share those stories and understand your experiences. We would like to know about how your team functions, how you function. Are you the CEO of a major corporation, or are you just a solopreneur working from your home or your garage? And remember, many great businesses got started from a back bedroom or a garage. So everybody is welcome, and we want to hear those stories. We want to share that goodness with everybody. And then on Wednesdays and Fridays, as you know, we do a show called My Kind of People. And so if you're, again, this is all about people doing kind acts. This is people that are caring and loving. Whether you're humorous, whether you're, you have a worthwhile cause, we want to showcase those. We want to put a smile on people's faces, as we do every day. But particularly on My Kind of People, we like to showcase those fun people, those extroverts, those people that bring us joy, make us think, and make us smile and feel good about what's going on in the world. So if you'd like to come on My Kind of People, just drop me a link, drop me a DM in LinkedIn or Instagram, or of course in Twitter. And by all means, we'll get you on the show. We'd love to fill our diary with great people, and we've got some great people coming up in the coming weeks as well. So a shorter show this week because Darren's away, and so there's no funny, there's no goodbye from me and goodbye from him, unfortunately. But we will be back next Monday at 9 o'clock Central, 3 p.m. UK time, GMT. And until then, it's Steve Brooks saying have a great and brilliant week, and we'll see you next time on Across the Pond with Darren and Steve. Thank you so much.